Thank you very much, Mr. Williams, and welcome back. Pleasant good afternoon to all listening to this broadcast via whatever means. Last Wednesday, the chairman of the COVID-19 task force announced that when the new iteration of the emergency powers regulation was published, the provisions for the nightly curfew will be removed from the regulations. The new regulations came into effect the next day, on November 18th, and will expire on December 2nd. As promised, the provisions requiring residents to remain at their home during certain hours, as well as the provision requiring businesses to close at midnight, were removed. This was the only provision that was removed at this time. All the other provisions, including the COVID-19 protocols for businesses and social activities, remain. We are still required to observe all the non-pharmaceutical COVID-19 prevention measures, the social and physical distancing protocols, the hygiene protocols, and the wearing of face masks when in public. Restrictions on social events are still in place. All social events with more than 24 patrons in attendance require permission in writing from the Commissioner of Police. We continue to grant permission, however, to these activities, but you are expected to adhere to the conditions stipulated in the permission to avoid law enforcement action. We have said all along that there will be a gradual easing of restrictions as our situation improves, and we are doing just that. As we approach an important milestone of 80% of adults with at least one dose of an approved vaccine, you will see further easing of other restrictions when we reach this important milestone. Social events and entertainment generally are being considered favorably in the next iteration of the regulations, provided that we achieve the 80% threshold. Promoters and organizers of entertainment and social events will be permitted to host activities where the patrons and staff are all fully vaccinated. These events will be permitted with up to 75% of the venue's normal capacity in attendance. Persons will be required to present their vaccination cards and an ID upon entry, where their contact details will be recorded. We expect that organizers will take responsibility for the safety of their event and only allow qualified persons to enter. The police and compliance team will be empowered to make spot checks at events, and any irregularity will result in the event being brought to an end in the interest of public health and safety, and the organizer and/or offenders fined. Again, we remind you that we are not out of the woods. We are still in a pandemic and therefore have to continue to be vigilant and cautious, and to do all to protect the gains that we have achieved so far. As we go into this new phase, we ask that you continue to act responsibly and get vaccinated, and continue to adhere to all the non-pharmaceutical COVID-19 prevention measures. Avoid crowds, practice good hand sanitization behavior, and wear face masks when you're in public. Thank you.